I'll show you what I've done here now. You come in the normal way. I'll eventually have a different way of coming in through here, but you'll come down this hall and you get here and it looks like it's just a spot for a chest here and it's a dead end. But the chest is locked and only I can get into it. And the thing is, you need to do is grab a piece of glass because you're going to come and break the glass here. And the reason why is because remember I put a switch in behind there? Well, when I hit that switch, it opens this sliding piston door. I'll show you quickly by removing the lava. There's the switch. Put the lava back. The reason you grab a glass block is so you can cover it back up, right? And then when you walk through, you go over the pressure plate and it closes the door. And normally when you walk out, you go over the pressure plate and it'll open the door again automatically for you, and then you'll go in and flip that lever again, because that lever is actually a locking mechanism. So once I'm actually in here, I've got another lever here that locks it as well. Alright, so once that's there, it doesn't matter if someone finds the lever on the other side, they aren't going to be able to unlock it, because whether one lever or the other lever or both levers are flipped on, it locks it so that it can't be opened. So from the inside, it's locked so that no one can come through. Right? So if I unlock that though, it then opens it. And if I run over the pressure plate, it closes it again. And I'll show you in through here. This is the actual wiring room for it all. So here we've got a sticky piston, and there's one directly underneath it, and this repeater and redstone powers it. And when it's powered, the door is closed. So yeah, it's closed right now. And basically, this torch is here as an inverter, so that when there's no power going down this wire, that's turned on, which keeps the door closed. And that wire runs down here to this spot. And you can see it just slightly flickering there. There's a redstone torch down in there. And this device you see here with the two pistons is what they call a T flip-flop. And basically how a T flip-flop works is anytime power hits this redstone here, like when I hit that switch, as soon as the power goes off, it pushes the piston to the other side. And if I hit it again, it pushes the piston back again. So it's almost like this is a big bulky lever of sorts, but it only activates when the current turns off after being on. All right, so basically, okay, let's turn it back again. So now the door is closed. So when I flip this lever here, that now sends power to this circuit. So even if you do hit the switch, it doesn't work. And the pressure plate we had up above is directly above this block. So when you walk over the pressure plate, it sends a current down to this block, which shoots current into this circuit. And then that sends current up this wire to open and close the piston. Now, I wired this up over here so that I could have a button, but it turned out I didn't need it, so forget about that. And here, this block here is where that lever is attached to that's behind the lava. So if you flip that lever, it locks the door because it's sending a current to this circuit that won't stop. So that's generally how it works. They call this a T flip-flop. It's kind of complicated. I had to wrap my head around it a little bit, but it's basically two opposing pistons that push a block back and forth, and when the block slides over that redstone torch, it completes its circuit, which allows power to run down this line. All right? And it's basically a couple pistons with these two blocks on top, a torch on either side, and a redstone wire running across between these two. Then I have these wires coming in because these are what activates it. So if you apply current to one of these two blocks, then that activates this toggle. Right? But it's only when the current stops that it activates. So that's basically how that works. Hopefully that was a good enough explanation. So, come back here. Once again, it's locked. Doesn't matter how many times I walk over it. It's not going to operate. Right? And I have to actually flip the lock off. Then when I walk through, it's going to lock it on the way out again. Now from here, with it being locked like that, I can't actually get in. And I think that's probably why I left myself a button here. So if I do end up in that situation, instead of breaking the glass because I want back in right away, I can put this button here, hit it, and it activates the redstone to turn that back again, right? And then once you're done, you can break the button, put it back in the chest. But when I'm exiting, now I have to come back to this chest, grab a glass block again, come over here and break the glass, then I can flip the lock on and put the glass back. So that's kind of how this locking door works. It sort of conceals itself so that you don't really see that there's a door here. It just sort of looks like the end of a cave. And it should keep my nether portal safe so that the average Joe that happens to be wandering through my cave here that's all open like this won't actually get to my nether portal and go to my nether. So that's basically it. So that's just a brief little look at me setting up a secret door and how to lock it and unlock it. So I hope you enjoyed that. And in future episodes, I'll be creating more of those around my cave system here so that in order to create security of some sort. And until next time, Neofizz signing out.